up beating the game right now, I'm gonna rage. So let's. Apparently, one of the scariest games on Roblox. Not really, honestly. All I pray for is a successful playthrough because I want that achievement. So let's go. Hopefully, I'm able to kind of speed run this. So, but who knows at this point? I swear, if I'm looking back at this and I don't end up beating this game, I don't even know. Such a good game, but the soft locking problem in this game is so bad. No idea why. It is so bad.
Oh man, I love this song. Turn it up.
Jake, it's already loud enough. My ears are ringing.
But yeah, this game's pretty chill. A lot of
No,
people.
it's good.
I think the first time I played this, it was pretty scary.
You're losing your hearing after
Played with Jeriel. It's pretty chill.
Come on.
Ish.
You gotta admit, they just
Scary at first, but then when you
this anymore.
the song came out
when you go through a bunch of
last
times that
summer. Literally.
actually beat the game, it's not as scary.
Yeah, but one day
It's just more
songs are all gonna
a chore
go
than anything.
downhill. Imagine.
There's a lot of parts in this game that you kind of have to figure out, but once you figure it out, it's actually pretty
I've
easy.
ever heard.
But
Mark my words, Lisa.
that being said, hopefully I'm able to actually beat the game. Playing solo, maybe that's the problem. Maybe you have to play solo to actually beat this game, so you don't actually soft lock yourself into not being able to pick something up, so you can move on to the next step. Who knows? Maybe the same exact issue will happen and I have to play through again. But I have no idea. So hopefully
Phones.
I'm able to actually beat the game,
Hello?
get the achievement, and never play this game again.
Wait. What?
Never play this game
What do
again.
you mean?
Unless I'm, for some reason, gonna speedrun this game.
Is he okay? Which hospital?
Basically,
Oh my God.
gonna do right now. But it's not really gonna be an actual speedrun. It's just gonna be just a regular
It's my
playthrough.
dad. He got into a
Playthrough
motorcycle
done fast.
and he's in the hospital. This is all your fault.
So, yeah.
What? How is this my
What?
fault?
What's going on?
You bought the motorcycle, Jake. You caused this.
Oh yeah, Jake bought the motorcycle
You bought the
for.
motorcycle, Jake?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jake bought the
come
motorcycle
on,
for
Lisa.
Lisa's dad,
We
right?
wanted one.
I think.
Used to ride all the time.
And then he
Yeah,
crashed
40 years ago.
motorcycle.
He also used to play
And
football.
Lisa's obviously mad
Should
for no
we have
reason.
signed him up for the NFL
I
too?
told him to take it slow. He said he'd just ride it
The
around
dialogue will be
town.
soon done after this. Just give it a few seconds.
Oh, right. Because my dad is so good at taking things slow.
Well, he made the choice to ride it. That's not on me. All right.
So yeah, this
Lisa and I are gonna drop
the intro
kids
part
off
is
at
pretty.
the house.
Don't forget.
It's only a few minutes
still have
long.
chores
It's not
to
too
do.
bad.
There's a note on the fridge.
Doesn't really give you any insight on what's about to happen, but I mean, obviously. But
All right, we are home.
so yeah, we're getting dropped off. So yeah, this is our house. One thing you can do is you can actually do a glitch. So when you're sprinting and then you click crouch and you time it right, you can infinitely sprint while crouching and you don't ever lose stamina. So that's pretty cool. Jero figured that out, so props to him. So yeah, we have to find the code for this combination, so we go up the treehouse to see what the combination is. Click this note, we go through, and the code is 216. The codes do change, so just be aware of that. What's funny is you can actually just click the dials himself, like this. We have to be on them. But obviously you don't have to do that. You can just click. You could just click the actual lock itself, and then it'll bring you to selecting the number. So you don't have to worry about that. So I'm just gonna do the glitch. It works kind of half the time. Sometimes you have to do it a bunch of times, but it's helpful when you're getting chased by, you know. But we'll get to that. So we go. So this is our house. Pretty standard. We take a right to go into the kitchen. We read this note, and then we have a bunch of objectives. We only have 4 objectives, so we gotta find the toys. Usually there's the toys are the same, but their locations are not. So you just kind of have to look around. There's a rocket ship. There is a football, and then there's a teddy bear. The teddy bear is right there, and the football is right there. There's only 3 toys, so. But you go through, you walk up these pair of stairs, and you go to the last room. You put them in this box. So I'm gonna do that right now. Obviously, I can do the glitch, but sometimes you forget, so whatever. I don't care. You see how our stamina runned out, so you could just do the glitch. And the only thing with the glitch is you can't grab anything other than closed doors, so that's just something you have to be aware of. Yeah, you can hear Grandma moaning. You don't have to worry about her right now. The only thing you have to make sure of is when you complete an objective, you have to go back into the note so that it crosses out. Because if you don't go back into the note, you won't be able to do anything else. So you just have to make sure you do that. So I'm doing the glitch right now. The homework is in his room on the desk, so you can just click it, and then it's just a bunch of math that you have to do. Obviously, if you can't do it, I don't know. I'm pretty bad at math. See, you might think it's 4, but it's actually -4. What is going on? Excuse me? Oh, this is just terrible. Oh my goodness. Yep, 4. What is that? 9? Jeez, it's so delayed. And then you can just click B. Sometimes I like to just click out of it so that it actually goes through. Doing the glitch. Going back to the note in the kitchen so that it crosses off. Load the washing machine. This part can sometimes take a few minutes if you can't figure it out, but you basically just go upstairs and you go to this room, the second room, and you click this drawer to get the flashlight. And then you go back downstairs, and then the first and then you click, I think it's this drawer right here. Maybe it's not. Excuse me? Maybe the batteries are not there. They could be upstairs. I didn't check. So let me check. That is so weird. The batteries are supposed to spawn right there, and I don't know what's going on. That is so weird. I probably have to trigger. Yep. I'm such an idiot. I forgot. Don't talk about that. So yeah, once you click the basement key, then you can get the batteries. The thing is with controller is that every time you click anything, the light goes on. But you're able to actually interact with anything, so it's kind of annoying, but whatever. It is what it is. So then we get the key, then we open the basement door, and then we have to grab the laundry, which is in this bathroom right here. And you can only grab one load of laundry at a time, so just you gotta be careful. Don't worry, nothing happens down here. And then we're supposed to be actually, hold on. I think something will, yeah, what is that noise? So we go into this room right here. You just go through, and then you just go into this room. You trigger this sequence, and then you go back upstairs. You go back into the note. Click the note. Give Grandma her pills. The pills are in her room, which is the first room on the second floor. So you just take a right. And the pills will be on her bureau. Give the pills to her. We wait for something to happen. Cross off the chore. We will have to go back into the basement once the sequence loads. I forgot that the phone call was my bad. Click the phone in the kitchen. Mysterious man starts moaning for no reason. Grandma is obviously not in her chair anymore, but she's in her room, so. And then we will have to go back downstairs so the next sequence can actually go. Don't worry, the power goes off, but you don't have to worry, nothing's gonna chase after you. Other than this monkey right here. So that's always so cool. So, this room will open up, and you can just go through. Again, nothing happens in the beginning part, so you don't have to be scared or anything. That's the second part. So I'm gonna try to do the glitch. Apparently I can't do the glitch because I am just terrible. I'm not sure if you can go in there. I don't think so, but yeah. So I have to go tell Grandma about what I just saw, so I'm going back into her room to tell her. Okay, that is not supposed to happen. You're supposed to actually see her, or what's left of her, of course. So we have to actually go find her. Don't worry, she's, you know, in the bathroom in the tub. So we grab this key to GTFO. What's funny is you can actually see the guy if you have your flashlight on. It only happened to me once, so. Alright, so now the actual game begins. So we begin with getting the screwdriver out of this guy's head. and then we unscrew these screws, you know. And again, you have to make sure that for a lot of what you do, you got to make sure you're not crouching, because if you crouch, or if you're doing the glitch and you try to do anything, it won't work. So you have to make sure you're not crouching. So we crouch, we grab the bolt cutters here. Everything always spawns in the same location, so you don't have to worry about with any of this stuff. Grab the flashlight. You can actually see your flashlight battery on the bottom right. So, but you're not able to pick up any batteries like these ones until your bar is at 1. So there's a note there. We're not gonna worry about that. Cut the chain. Forgot these are scissors. We will get bolt cutters. Those are not scissors. My bad. You can go in here. There are dolls. You have to pick. There's 5 dolls in the house that you can find, but I'm not going to do that because I really don't care. So I'm going to do the glitch. This is where the actual game begins. The slasher is out. The only thing with the slasher you have to always worry about is if he's screaming. If he's screaming and you're getting chased, you're going to die unless you hide. So that's something that you need to watch out for at all times. So the only thing is I don't know when it's going to come out. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. We stand up. It's 9 o'clock. You have to sprint to the store here. You could be walking up, actually. Okay, I don't know where he is, which is kind of a problem, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So it was 9 o'clock, so we just spin. You have to make sure you're not highlighting. Actually, it doesn't matter. I screwed that up. So for controller, it's left D-pad for the small hand. I completely forgot about that. There are audio cues, so you can hear it walk up the stairs and down or whatever, so just got to be aware of that. And you can click this note. It will give us a code. They have to remember 1113. The code is different every time. All the codes are different, so click B to get out of that. We will need that code. I'm going to do the glitch. Don't know where it is. It could be walking back. So we're going to use the code in this room right here. This will be kind of like the main room, the room where if you do have another partner, you can see where he's coming from. You could be right here. It's never going to get triggered. The slasher could be right here. He's never going to come after you. So we go in this room right here, and we type in the code. And unlocks it. It doesn't tell you, so you just have to make sure that you type in it right, hopefully. Okay. So we have the bolt cutters. We use the bolt cutters twice. Okay, he is right there. So the slasher, he's going to only get to this point. He does walk in this room, but he never goes in this room or in this room, unless obviously you're getting chased. But you don't have to worry about him coming all the way up here because he never does. We're going to use the bolt cutters right now. We're supposed to be using them at the bottom, but that's fine. We use them right now to cut these chains, which will allow us to use the coffin key when we get to that point to open the coffin, and then we get the handle so we can use it on one of the toys. So obviously you can hear it screaming. Whenever it's screaming, and never get chased, because it will be faster than you, no matter if you do the glitch or not. But if you do the glitch and it's not screaming and it's after you, you'll always be able to outrun them. But when it's screaming, you have to make sure that you're not getting chased, 'cause otherwise you're done. Okay, so obviously, if you had a second man, it would be helpful to know where he's at, but I don't, so figure that out as we go. He's probably downstairs. I will be using a shortcut to get all the way downstairs. I think I'm just gonna go right now, it's okay. Never mind. Just close the doors on him. But if he was screaming, I would have been screwed. Well, not necessarily. I could have just hide. He never checks. So, there's only so many things he does. So I think he's good right now. He either went into the room. Okay, so you go into this room for the shortcut. He does go in here. I'm not sure if he goes in here. I don't think so. But anyways, you drop down to get to the bottom floor. The slasher never comes in here ever, so you don't have to really worry. But he does come in. He does come down here quite a lot, and he will go all the way down here, so you have to be careful. Not occasionally, but he does come down here every once in a while, so you have to be careful of that. So you open this, you get the head. You will need to burn the head. I'm just gonna. Okay. Screwdriver. If you have a screwdriver, make sure you always have it. This game has a problem with soft locking you for not being able to pick up items, so be careful of that. I will drop the head because I will need fuel and matches to be able to burn the head. So I'm just gonna run past, get the matches. Don't know where he is, which is kind of a problem. He probably is coming down, but I'm just gonna say screw it because we ball. He doesn't come down. He doesn't come in this room. There's a lot of rooms he doesn't actually go into. See, he literally saw me, but he still didn't go after me. I'm just gonna close these doors. So he's screaming right now, so I want to make sure I'm not anywhere near he could get me. Yeah, he's coming up. I'm just gonna stay over here. I think he does come in the pool hall, maybe? Don't think so. But I think he's over here based on audio cues. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is close this door. I'm gonna drop the head because I need another item, which is the fuel. So I'm gonna drop it, up D-pad to drop. Probably the only thing you should drop, honestly. Everything you should never drop anything you're probably gonna have to end up using again. Again, with the soft locking issue that this game has. So what I'm going to have to do is go downstairs again. He's still after me. That's okay though. He's not gonna. See, with the glitch, you will almost 100% always escape him, especially if you close the doors behind you. Okay, so he's going down, which is good. See, I could be right here. He's never gonna get aggroed. He's going down, which is good. He loves going to the door, that door right there. But we're gonna go to this door right here and close it just in case. This is always the same. So you click the picture you want to move, and you just replace it with the one you want to replace. Pretty self-explanatory. But it goes like this. It goes boy, car, wrench, and the guy staring. You get this key, the garage key. You open this door right here. You put the key into this door right here, which allows you to get the fuel that you need for the fireplace, so you can actually light up the fireplace to then burn the head. It's right here. I'm gonna go all the way. You might come in here. Just be mindful of when he aggroes and the time he isn't aggroed. Because again, when he's aggroed and he's chasing you, you're not going to be able to escape him unless you're able to hide. So you just got to be very mindful of that. So he's after me, I just click hide. Yeah, the camera kind of does that. But I'm sure he's not chasing me anymore. Or, I guess, that could happen. Or my camera gets stuck. I never had that happen. That's kind of frustrating. Too bad there isn't a reset button you could just use. Yeah, that's kind of... That is so weird how that would happen. I'm literally clicking everything. It's not working. That should not happen, but it did. So, I'm just gonna leave the game and go back in it. I'm just gonna skip the first part, because that honestly shouldn't happen. This is what I'm saying. Alright, so we're back. So obviously we pick up the screwdriver to unscrew these screws so we can get past. We go to this drawer, get the scissors. Before we do anything, we pick up the flashlight. Open this door. Cut the string That's holding the door closed. Obviously, you can go into this room, collect that doll. There's 5 of them you have to collect, but we're not going to do it. I think it's aggroed right now. Again, I'm not too sure when it starts to actually go, but 10:10. It could be coming up right now. Nope, we're good. So yeah, you just go through. You can go into the room before the stairs. Just kind of light up. So left D-pad, one on controller for the small hand. Again, you don't have to worry about the slasher coming in here because he doesn't come in here. The code 9298, as you can see, it's different. All the codes are different for the most part. So we input this code. We want to make sure where he is. He could be through. You go to this room right here. Put in the code. Make sure you put it in once. I'm just gonna look away so I don't accidentally hit it twice. And you know it's open when you hear the lock sound. So we have the bolt cutters. Make sure he's not near. We're good. We're gonna go all the way up. And use the bolt cutters to cut these chains on this door. You just click on the chains so they actually get cut. You can open the door. We will need the coffin key to open the coffin so we can get the handle, but we'll do that shortly. So we'll go all the way down. We'll take that shortcut. See where he's at. Check to make sure where he is. He could be coming up. He could be actually in this room. He's in this room. I could have just went. He's stuck. I'm not sure if that'll be for the whole game. I would love that, but that's completely fine too. So we click on the chains to cut this so we can get the head. Again, he does come down here, so just be aware of that. So I will be dropping the bolt cutters because we will not be needing the bolt cutters anymore. Make sure you do not drop the screwdriver. You will need the screwdriver. So make sure you do not drop it. So that you don't soft lock yourself into not being able to pick it up again. Because that will probably happen, fortunately. So when he's crying or when he's screaming, just go somewhere where he can't get attacked. Such as this room or whatever. Again, you do not want to get chased when it's screaming. Because no matter if you do this glitch or not, you're not going to be able to outrun him. Trust me, I've done it way too many times and gotten screwed over for it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to do this step now. So again, it goes the boy. And then the car. And then you're done. So boy, car, wrench. The guy's staring. You get this key. Okay, so I'm just gonna drop the head then. Again, just be careful of what you drop because The item could go completely through the ground and you'll never be able to pick it up, or it could be right here and you can't pick it up, so just be careful. So I do have 3 items. I guess I'll just have to come back up. That's okay. But we will need the fuel. I could do the glitch so I can run faster. Don't know where he is. Not really too worried about that though. Again, he does come in this room, so just be careful. We'll use the fuel. And then we could use the matches. Okay. Equip. And then we will need that head, so I will have to go back down. You see how he went into the room and now over here. Probably not a good choice to go now. Close the door on him. Grab the head. Hopefully he doesn't scream. That was stupid of me. I'm just gonna hide just in case because he's starting to scream, so. I think he does come in the pool hall. I think I already said that, but whatever you do, when it's screaming, just be careful. So then we'll use the head to burn it. And then the head will melt, or the ice will melt around the head. You pick up this key. And this key is probably the worst key, because we have to use this key to unlock the door in which he goes into quite a lot. But, you know, that's just how this game is. So he's coming up, so I'm just gonna run away. Again, I could be right here. It's never gonna be aggroed. And the most he'll ever go to is that room right there. Not this room in which I'm looking at, but this room right there. And it's only a few times he does that. And he does go into that room right there as well. I don't know what is in there, because there's nothing in there. But he seems to be out, possibly. Again, he does go in that room. See, this is the key. So this is the key that we'll have to use for that room, because we will need to go in there. So I'm just going to go in this room. Again, he doesn't go in this room unless you're getting chased. And I could leave the door open. He's never going to see. This is perfect because he's going up. We'll go straight, then take a right to go into this room. You will need to screenshot this unless you're a god and just somehow remember it. But you're probably not. So just screenshot it. He does go in this room, by the way, so just be careful of that. But I'm just gonna send it. Never mind. We will need that code so we can open the briefcase on the pool table. So we go up. My battery's running low. You know it's running low when you go into your inventory, and you can see it on the bottom right. You're not able to pick up any of the batteries until The bar is at 1, so just be careful of that. So you put in the code, so it's 4 letters, 4 letters. He's screaming, so I'm just gonna be aware of him. See how he went into that room. He only goes into that room, not the one room right here. But he never... I'm not sure if he comes in here. I'm not gonna worry about it, so... So that's the first set. And that should be it. We got the coffin key. The coffin key is upstairs. Battery is running low. That's okay. So the bolt cutters we use it for this door to eventually open up this coffin, in which you use the coffin key. It opens and you get this handle. So you do have to go into one of the rooms he does go into. Only on occasion. I swear I am not closing that door. Battery is running low though. I'm gonna make sure if he is. I'm sure he's not in here, right? So we use this handle for this carousel right here, in which you do have to click the crank. I'm just gonna close that door just in case. I'm pretty sure you have to click this, right? I don't know. Just click it as much times as it needs to. And then you get this coin, and you will have to use this coin for the claw machine, so you can get the dog food, but we'll get to that in just a second. Again, not too sure where he is, so I peek out, see where he is. Don't see him coming up. Doesn't mean he's not in this hallway. This is very risky. Could be in the room on the right. I actually was going to go to the room on the right. Take this shortcut to eventually come down. Probably going to grab a battery or two. You only need to grab 1 battery. So, grab the battery so the flashlight actually works. Not too sure where he is, so again he does come down there. I think we're good to go. He does not come in this room, by the way, the room straight ahead, so you don't have to worry. Enter the coin in the claw machine to play it. So it took me probably 10 minutes to figure this out. So use the D-pad to actually move the claw machine. But you have to make sure that you stop actually playing and you select or whatever. You know how you could just do that. You have to make sure that you're doing that. And then obviously you'll do that. That's okay though. Don't have to worry about that. It's supposed to do that. Usually there's dialogue, but I guess there's not. This will probably take you a few tries, as it definitely does. See how it's kind of in the back, but nah, you have to make sure that it's 1 notch up. And deselect, and you have to make sure you start selecting. Again, it's supposed to do that, so you just have to do it again. So use the D-pads to actually move the claw machine. And you have to make sure you're not selecting. And you don't select, you click RT if you're on Xbox or whatever. And you know how I got it? Again, you keep trying until you get it. Maybe it's all the way back. Maybe I got it this time.
Whew! If I had a nickel for every time you miss. Oh wait, I do. It's in your 50 cents.
That's so weird. I didn't even know that you could do that. You could go all the way to the right. Alright, hopefully we got it this time.
Whew! If I had a nickel for every time you miss. Oh wait.
Not
I
really
do.
sure
It's
why I
in your
can't
50
grab it.
cents.
Probably have to go on the side of it a little bit. Yeah, that's the issue.
That was
Guess not.
like watching a toddler try and pick up a bowling ball.
Alright, I think I got it this time. So yeah, sometimes you just have to do it a bunch of times. I guess. So then the claw machine drops the dog food. Click B to escape. You have to crouch to get the dog food. We got the dog food. I'm pretty sure I opened that. Not too sure where he is. We have to go in this room right here to not feed it directly to the dog, to feed it in his bowl, so that the dog actually comes out. We pick up this key. The chest key is in the bathroom. So instead of going straight to the claw machine, you take the first room on the left, or the first hallway, I mean. Again, not too sure where he is. He could aggro at any point. He does go in this room, or in this hallway. Jeez. And he does go in here. I thought he was right there, by the way. I can't see. Definitely not scared right now. Anyways, we open the chest. Again, this doesn't really look like a chest, but whatever. We have the rust remover. We have to spin a wheel so that the gas stops, preventing us from going. Alright, so we go over here. Again, he never comes over here. You can just turn on the lights so you can actually see. But we'll spin this wheel to actually get through so that the pipe actually stops spewing out, whatever that is. And you know how we have that screwdriver? Make sure you always have it so that you do not soft lock yourself. And then we have to spin the wheel. Pretty sure it's just twice that it stops. Make sure you crouch before you enter, because if you try to crouch right now, you wouldn't be able to. Obviously you can read the notes, but I'm not too worried about that. Hook up the screwdriver. Not sure if I'm equipping it or not. I am actually. Oops. Okay. I'm not sure if I can. This might be a mouse moment. I'm not even too sure if I could use. Let me try to deselect something else. Let me try to go back down. while the screwdriver's in my hand, because I'm not too sure. Never even got it to this point because of the game soft locking. So I just dropped it and it just fell. Alright, so definitely meant to drop it. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you unscrew these so you can actually get through. And then, yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen, but as you could see, that happened. So yeah, I think that's the end of the game. Once you get past this, you're done. So, yeah, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure I'm never going to be able to beat this game just because of the issues this game has on console. So, there's that. But yeah, I think I'm done.